many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me.
At the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike 50.
On first down, Locke. This is the tight end, Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Luck into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's out of time. It's out of time.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Back to you.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish.
Position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. 13 yards there and a Niner first. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Broncos' 17-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 2. Here we go.
Switch. Undercut.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Monday.
Now Luck. Being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
11Z.
Play action. It's Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 31, check 31.
They're going with Lindsey. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it. Preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Let's go.
Here we go.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
He can't hit. He's not going to get me.
Garoppolo. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Open space inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. A big seam, and he might go all the way. They're all the way home for a Broncos score. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Niners on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Room here to run. And now look at him go. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 57 yards on the ground. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
Our time. It's our time. Take 4. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Come on.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Right there, 54.
Luck now to throw. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Watch 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You track. Hey, watch Sam. Check.
Hey, seam 6.
Out of the gun, Luck. And finding Keelan Cole. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
That's the way.
Here's Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsay hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ballgame, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
He's coming. We got double up.
Now it's Breida, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
11. Bravo.
51 to Mike. Let's go, D.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
21. X3. 218. Chop.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Mexico.
Alert 3.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Here we go.
Hey, check.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That 2nd down play nets a -4. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, early in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
1, Omaha. Hey, high 7.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. 5. Hey, alert.
55's my guy, 55. Hey, watch the slant.
Go.
Watch the slant.
Watch the seat hunt.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And a 49er first down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Ready?
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Finding Gabriel complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Watch the crowd.
21. Here we go.
Mike, 55. Right there.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Carryover from the first half. That defensive line continues to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're actually playing the game in the offense's backfield. They're taking those offensive linemen and pushing them back towards the quarterback and towards the runners. I still don't think, though, that you abandon the running game totally, because if you do, you're asking for a lot more hits on your QB.
They run again with Breida. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
White.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. And let's get this.
12.
Both sevens to Mike.
Hey, echo.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Big ass.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
You better be afraid. Reggie. You better be afraid. Strong right.
Sponge. No.
Another run by Lindsey. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Go.
12.
A shotgun snap for Love. On the crossing route, complete. That's Lloyd. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even...
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off of play action. Love. Got an open man. Keelan Cole. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Mike 56. Mike 50.
Hey, check.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, here's Love. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
56. Check 56.
Monday.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
I'm coming.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
At the 16-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check nickel.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Broncos on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Love. They'll find Lindsey here. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run with Breda. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
12, fellas, here we go.
55, Mike, 55.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Check 9, check 9.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Locke. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Locke. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Hard throw, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
12.
Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Now a play fake, and it's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to the air. Luck on second down. Eluding the pressure right. The throw taken in by Cole. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Luck on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Garoppolo. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The Niners on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. A first throw for the backup, Jackson. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 59 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
11. 11B. Hey, check.
Looking to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Exit. 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Luck. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Timmy Jernigan breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Broncos, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home again.